Baxcalibur is the newest pseudo-legendary introduced in Pokémon Scarlet and Violet, and it has proven to be a great Pokémon in both competitive singles and VGC. Baxcalibur certainly had an interesting journey in competitive singles, more specifically Smogon singles. At the start of the generation, it was overlooked and outclassed by Chien-Pao, which was overall a stronger offensive ice type, causing Baxcalibur to drop to the UU tier and getting banned to the UUBL tier quickly after. It didn't take long, however, for Baxcalibur to show its true power, especially after Chien-Pao getting banned, as Baxcalibur went from a UU Pokémon to a top 10 Pokémon in the OU tier, and even after the Pokémon Home compatibility update, Baxcalibur still has proven to be an incredible offensive threat, being ranked at the top of the A+ rank in the viability rankings. Some high level players are even considering Baxcalibur to be too good, as it is basically a mini version of the Generation 8 Kyurem-Black. But why is Baxcalibur a massive problem in competitive singles? As a pseudo-legendary, Baxcalibur is blessed with great stats, having a massive 145 base attack stat alongside good overall bulk and a decent speed tier at 87 base. 87 base is not ideal for an offensive Pokémon, but Baxcalibur is an exception. 87 base speed is still enough to outspeed common threats in the metagame, most notably Golden Go, Dragonite and Azoon Samurott. Baxcalibur also has access to one of the best setup moves, this being Dragon Dance, allowing it to boost its attack and speed by one stage. After one Dragon Dance, Baxcalibur is already able to outspeed the entire metagame outside of certain Choice Scarf and Booster Energy users. Not to mention that Baxcalibur also has access to Ice Shot for priority, which is rare to see on Dragon Dance sets, but a common option on Swords Dance set. Yeah, you heard that right. Baxcalibur also has access to Swords Dance as a boosting move, which gives it more attacking power at the cost of not boosting its speed stat. While Swords Dance sets are strong for sure and deserve a mention, Dragon Dance sets are more common and preferred due to the speed boost it gets, allowing it to set up easy sweeps. Baxcalibur also has a great offensive typing with Dragon Ice and powerful step moves to back this up. Baxcalibur has an incredibly strong signature move, this being Glaive Rush. Glaive Rush is a 120 base power physical dragon move that, if successful, means that moves targeted at the user will deal double damage and do not check accuracy as well until the user's next turn. This might not seem like ideal, as it would be easier to KO Baxcalibur after using Glaive Rush, but this downside is actually not a big deal at all. Let me explain. Note that how I said that the side effect is only active until the user's next turn. This is actually a very big deal. For example, if Baxcalibur gains a KO with Glaive Rush, the opponent cannot attack it back, and if Baxcalibur is faster than the next Pokémon that gets sent out, it can go for another move and remove the Glaive Rush side effect altogether. This means that when played correctly, Baxcalibur effectively has access to a step move that is just as strong as Outrage without any downsides. Aside from this very powerful step move, Baxcalibur has Icicle Crash and Icicle Spear for Ice Step. Icicle Crash is in most cases preferred over Icicle Spear, but there are some sets that use loaded dice with Icicle Spear, which means that the move is at least 100 base power and 100% accurate, unlike Icicle Crash. This does however force you to give up your item slot, meaning you cannot run other items like Heavy Duty Boots, which is a big deal since Baxcalibur is weak to Stealth Rock. Baxcalibur is also blessed with the best coverage move it could ask for, this being Earthquake. Baxcalibur's Dragon Ice typing is easily walled by the common Steel typing, but Earthquake allows it to hit Steel types that could otherwise check it, like Golden Go, Kingambit and Heatran for super effective damage. All of these traits make Baxcalibur a very dangerous sweeper and wall breaker that is very hard to deal with defensively. Baxcalibur's bulk makes setting up with a Dragon Dance even easier, despite its typing not being great defensively. A new set has been coming up recently that drops the move Glaive Rush for Substitute and the item Heavy Duty Boots for Leftovers. This set aims to take more advantage of passive Pokémon and Baxcalibur's physical bulk. This set also uses its inferior ability Ice Body instead of Thermal Exchange. Usually, Baxcalibur wants to be using its signature ability Thermal Exchange, which raises its attack stat by one stage when hit by a fire move and makes it immune to the burn status. However, on this set, Baxcalibur uses Ice Body to take advantage of Slogin Galar. Slogin Galar is another very common Pokémon right now and commonly uses Chilly Reception as a pivoting option. This move sets up the snow weather and teleports Slowking out at the same time. Snow gives ice types like Baxcalibur a 50% boost to their defense stat, and Ice Body allows Baxcalibur to heal 6% of its health when snow is up, which is the equivalent of leftovers. In combination with leftovers, Baxcalibur can easily set up a substitute, heal 12.5% of its health each turn, and gain a defense boost all for free. This makes setting up even easier and taking Baxcalibur down even more difficult. While it does not have Clayforce on this moveset, Ice Cold Crash and Earthquake are almost perfect coverage to hit everything for at least neutral damage. This set often uses Terra Ground to gain a stamp boost on Earthquake while giving Baxcalibur a better defensive typing for easier setup opportunities, or Terra Fairy is also an option to gain an immunity to Dragon moves, a resist to Sucker Punch from King Gambit, and blessing it with an even better defensive typing. Only a few Pokemon can deal with a Dragon Dance boost Baxcalibur, these being faster fairy types like Boost the Energy, Iron Valiant and Choice Scarf and Amorous, but if Baxcalibur has a substitute up, these Pokemon will lose to it. Other option includes Azumarill, Corvic Knight Dondozo, Terra Fairy or Water Garganacl, and Iron Defense Zamazenta. These Pokemon are not that reliable either though, as they still take significant damage from all of Baxcalibur's moves after they boost and can struggle with substitute variants. Baxcalibur functions even better on more offensive teams that can chip down its checks, especially with hazard support from leads like Hisuian Samurott, which is very good and common right now, and Meowscarada, as both can set up spikes and provide key chip on checks that could otherwise potentially live an attack from Baxcalibur. Lastly, I should mention Choice Band sets as well. While not as strong or problematic as Dragon Dance sets, Choice Band sets back quite a punch. A Choice Band allows Baxcalibur to easily 2-hit KO the bulkiest of defensive walls, like Dondozo, Toxapex and Garganacl with Clayforce, while Ice Cold Crash can muscle past Dragon resists like Corvic Knight and Hatterene. Choice Band Ice Shard is also incredibly powerful late game, especially against faster threats like Dragapult, Moon, Iron Valiant and Enamorous, not to mention Terrestrialization, which makes it pretty much unstoppable, though Choice Band sets of course require prediction to be effective, and thus leave Baxcalibur vulnerable to Hazard Chip and can be easier to revenge kill. Let me know in the comments what you think about Baxcalibur, and check out the videos on the screen. Thank you for watching and see you next time.